Fox 2 News is booking for you. Live at 11 starts now.
All right, get your engines revving for the Detroit Grand Prix.
Ellen Lee and Lee Thomas join us live from Belle Isle for today's zip trip. What's up now, boys?
Guess what? We're not ready.
Oops.
All right, so the interesting thing that I have found out, what happens when gas prices are out of control? People have to adjust. The airlines adjust by charging us more money. But for race car drivers, I at least found one this week who has made the adjustment by moving her whole operations closer to where she has to race. Very smart. And also, her series will be debuting this weekend at the Grand Prix. Let's introduce you now to Cindi Lux. Every time Cindi Lux climbs behind the wheel of her Mopar Viper competition coupe, it's a reminder of how hard she's worked and that dreams do come true.
The term the overnight sensation, it's only taken me 18 years to get to this point.
Lux hails from an automobile family, but because of her gender, she wasn't expected to be behind the wheel. However, Lux has this can-do attitude that, like her driving, operates in overdrive. Lux is not just a team driver, she's also team owner.
These cars here, they don't know if it's you're driving, I'm driving, or anybody. It doesn't matter. The gender card is just gone. It really is gone. The bottom line is you got to go win some races, and you got to drive well, and you got to drive professionally. But the doors are a lot more open. I think corporate America is starting to understand that it's not a male-dominated sport anymore.
Oregon is where Lux lays her racing helmet, but due to rising gas prices, Metro Detroit has been home base for the past few months. This Livonia garage gives her a logistics advantage and peace of mind.
For us, our team is based way out in the west in Portland, Oregon, but the majority of the races are out basically in the Midwest on the East Coast, and so we kind of looked at the map and we said, you know what, we're just going to kind of play home to Detroit here for the last 3 months. We're going to be here about another month afterwards prepping cars and so forth, but it is the way that the fuel is and everything, the flights and everything getting so expensive these days. Plus, you know what, and I'm going to be honest, Detroit's not such a bad place to hang out in the summertime. Usually I'm here in the winter, you know, having meetings and stuff. This is actually a pretty cool place.
Plenty of work has to be done on her car between races in order to conform to track conditions and competition rules. If you own this car, fine-tuning this beast would not make you popular in the neighborhood. It should be of interest that this is the Grand Prix debut of the Speed World Challenge GT Series. There is a 50-minute maximum time limit for every race, so speed is of the essence, and there's one more thing race fans should enjoy seeing.
Our series, it's more street-based cars. It kind of looks like more, per se, real street cars, even though they're not. When you start getting really close to these things, there's very, very few, per se, parts on the car that are on the street. But the nice thing about our Viper is that there is a lot of, per se, cross parts. We do a lot of technical development for Mopar. A lot of stuff we test, like this weekend at Belle Isle, is going to end up on a street car probably by the end of the year, if not next year. All right, it's interesting because, you know, she stays close to home, too, because her husband is also her food chief there. So that's pretty cool. So they keep it all in the family there, and they have nice discussions, but it's wonderful to see how they actually work with the car and how they have to get it ready for each race that they do. So, but that's very smart, moving to where all your races are. We just within a close proximity.
Oh, yeah, always good to save. And speaking of saving, they're not going to save any gas when it comes to hitting the pedal to the metal.
Yeah.
This is the course right here, you guys. 14 turns, almost 3 miles, and they get up to speeds, like I told you, 135 miles per hour. So, man, they are really going to be getting it on this track with the 14 turns because it's not one distinct straightaway, it's a curvy straightaway as well. So a lot of fun to be had this weekend for the drivers.
And you got to ride on that because you're on the pace car. All right, we're having too much fun down here. Now let's return it back to the lovely ladies.